Hi, it's Laura with Following the Paper Trail, and today I have something a little bit different to show you. It's a start of a mini album and a kit that I have available for it. So many of the minis that I know that I do and that I see on YouTube and such are geared more, well, not so much feminine, but don't have such a masculine flavor to them. So I decided to do a more masculine album. This one is actually going to a young man in Australia. But that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to get into at this point. But anyway, it's this would make an awesome album for a man or a teenager. And when I was thinking about doing this album, I thought, well, I think I need to go shop where, the guys shop. So a lot of the materials in this are things that you get at the hardware store. For instance, on the cover, I have, on the cover of this, it has a 4-inch galvanized metal plate, and I haven't punched the holes in this one yet for you, but I'll have the holes punched in the corner so that you can attach it to the chipboard cover. And then it has, this is sometimes called plumber's tape. It's also strapping, and it comes with the holes in it. It comes in the copper. It also comes in a zinc. And I use both of these in this it's used to attach this galvanized metal plate. And it's also used as the holes to hold your mini album together. So when you open up to the pages, each of the pages has a piece of this, to which I've already folded in half for you. And then it just slips around. If I can slip this one on here. It just slips on to the edge of your chipboard. And then I have the nuts and bolts and lock washers and all that kind of stuff in order to attach those. And those will come in the kit. And then it's got a heavier duty kind of chain that hangs between these bands that go at the top and the bottom. And I have some charms and stuff that can hang off of that, but had kind of a masculine, heavy-duty kind of chain feel to it. I've also used cable or wire ties as the binding on here. And those will be included in the kit as well. The one thing with those is when you are putting those on, if you've ever used, you might never have used these before, but they tighten down, but they don't loosen, so you can't take them off once you put them on, and they will keep tightening. So once you get these to the how tight you want them, what I would do is put a little glue. I'm just going to put some glossy accent down on that end. You trim off the excess and then put some glossy accent so that it doesn't tighten up even further on itself. But it was fun using the bolts, and it's got some little nuts here on the back. And I just use finger tightening. It doesn't have to be any tighter than that. Again, if you put a little bit of the glossy accents before you tighten the bolt down, it's going to stay tight. But finger tightening, I mean, this isn't like it's holding on up anything really major, but you use those bolts. So let me show you what else is in the kit here. So the papers, this is an older basic gray collection, but it really has a wonderful kind of masculine flavor to it. It's in the blues and taupes and tans and that. So there's one of them. These are all single-sided. And so, even though there's some florals, it's not very feminine. It's a cool stripe. Just got a really neat navy, but it's very graphic quality, very boy looking. And I love this one. I love this tiger stripe. And there's some dots. This one's an interesting one. This is the wood grain that I actually used on the cover of the one I'm doing. And there's that one. It comes with some solids. Kind of a brown, a navy, a taupe, a light blue, that kind of caramel color, a cream, and then it also comes with 5 sheets of bezel cardstock in the caramel, the gray, the light blue, the navy, and kind of a gunmetal color. And so there's the papers that are in there. It's also going to come with, as It's going to be a heavy kit too. It also comes with that galvanized sheet, the 4x4, and as I said, I'll drill the corners out for you. And then it also comes with the 6 pieces of 6x6 chipboard. It comes with all the bands, and I've gone with my metal shears. I've cut off all the corners so nothing is sharp, and kind of hammered them flat. I'm bringing out all my metal smithing goodies. So I've made all these. They're folded, so as I said, they just slip over, and then you just punch your hole with your, whatever you punch holes with, your, oh, what is that thing? The hole puncher thing. Oh, it's late. I'm tired. So anyway, it's got 6 of the zinc ones and 6 of the copper, and then the long pieces that you need for on the cover. It also comes with the 16th sets of the bolts and lock washers that go with that as well for assembling it. I'm also going to be making a template that I'll put in the kit that indicates that that's on a piece of paper that indicates where these holes, so then you don't have to do that measuring thingy. Then if you want to set it up just how I have mine set up. It also comes with 2 chipboard stamp frames. So you've got both the inside and the outside. It comes with one of the Tattered Angels watch fobs, a Tim Holtz journaling spot, and 2 of these manila tags with strings attached. Because this is a masculine one, I don't have a ton of flowers. I didn't want the foo-foo-ness of flowers, but it's got a couple of prima flowers. And then it's also got, I went ahead and out of metallic paper, I just punched out a whole slew of flowers. It just seemed like the metallic and flat just seemed to work. To me, the look for a more masculine type of album like this. Of course, I gotta have fibers because all of my kits always do. There's just fits in with all the colors, the taupey grays, blues, browns. Just, yummy. I love fibers. I got into knitting for a while, but it wasn't about the knitting. It was more about the fibers. So this is a really cool kind of jute ribbon. It's really, really cool. So there's some of that. There's a satin skinny cream, a navy satin, a light blue grosgrain, a silver satin, and then a gold satin. And so those all just coordinate really, really well. Then in terms of the goodies, as you can see on my cover, I have it say, "Hey Dude," with the, what do you call that thing with the little dial that you turn and you punch the letters? Whatever that thing's called. And I have those included if you want yours to say, "Hey Dude." The one thing is, with this metal, is you can stamp anything on there that you want. You can emboss on there as well. Just be careful, it does get hot when you heat it up with your heat gun. But if you are stamping on it, you want to go ahead and use the Stays-On ink, because then it'll stick to the metal. Then in terms of all the goodies, I got this monster metallic brad. I think I'm going to stamp something on that. And the metal on these varies. It's either brass, copper, or the silver tone. A couple of, these are actually plastic washers. This was starting to get pretty heavy, so I didn't want to use real washers, but you could add more washers to it as well. Here's that chain that I used on the cover, and it's got some Tim Holtz paper clips at each end, so you can hook it on. It's got a couple of Tim Holtz gears, and these vary. It's got these 3 real kind of primitive looking charms that say "Discover, Explore, Dream." It's got a Tim Holtz spinner arrow, and that varies from kit to kit. It's got a couple of metal paper clips, and then a couple of feet paper clips that are in blue. I couldn't resist these, kind of like hang 10. Then it's got a whole bunch of buttons in the colors, and it's got a ton of brads and that sort of thing in the metallics, the brass, the copper, and the silver tone. So it comes with all these kind of, goodies that are more masculine, a lot less flowers and lace and all that kind of stuff. but it does have a few, you know, of the flowers, that kind of thing. So, but like I said, it comes with all of the hardware that you need to put the thing together. But I'm just really excited about how this mini is turning out. So check out my Etsy shop at www.followthepapertrail.etsy.com to get some more information. And thanks a bunch.